What is going on, everybody? I'm back again with another video, and today I am up in the Bronx, New York, specifically in the neighborhood of Morris Heights. Don't really know much about the neighborhood, but I heard it's pretty residential. Also, there's a specific street that I want to explore that I'm going to show you guys in a bit. So we're going to stroll around to see what the neighborhood has to offer. So without further ado, join me. So this is the beginning of the neighborhood. As soon as you get off the 4th train, I got off at 176th Street, so I'm going to walk around here. Good. And I think if you go around some of the blocks here, you can merge. It goes up the hill. Like I tell you, the Bronx, you do a lot of cardio, so I think to my right there should be some stairs, because I want to show you guys. So you're gonna head up here, and I think on top there should be a nice view. So super local over here, you know, but that's what I like about going to different neighborhoods that don't get really much covered. So as soon as I made it up the stairs, we get a regular neighborhood. This kind of reminds me of High Bridge, which I covered the neighborhood, but it's not too far from it. So you see they got like mostly apartment complex. And I think that's what's really about to expect walking around the neighborhood over here. But if I go to the other side, this would be like a nice view of the river. I think it's the East River, if I'm not mistaken. But let's walk around and see what can we find. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna walk around here, then make my way to University Avenue. I think over there should be some more interesting things to look at. But so far over here, you know, pretty residential. There's not much happening. But you can admire apartment complex, you know. Once you get off the subway stop and you merge into regular streets, there's not much happening over here. But like I say, it does resemble a lot of High Bridge. And that stairs that I was climbing up on top, it reminded me a little bit of the Yoker stairs, but that's by 167. We're by 176. But yeah, let me make like a block over here, make a right, and I'm gonna see what else can I find in this pretty interesting neighborhood. One thing I gotta tell you about the Bronx, not only the cardio going up the hills, but it's like you gotta figure where you're gonna go, because comparing to Manhattan, especially uptown, midtown, that the streets are parallel, over here they go like this way, this way, this way, like crossroads. So I'll show you what's happening ahead of me. Now you get this over here. I do like the architecture in the old buildings, you know, pretty much what you get the vibe in uptown. You got 174 over there, but this over here looks pretty good. And then they're developing like a new modern building over that way. So I think I'm gonna make my way this way to show you what's going on. Now, as you can see here, residential. What I like about this neighborhood is that the streets are pretty wide up here. So I guess it gets plenty of space, and then you can see this monster that they're building over here. Like I told you, it seems all over, not just Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx. Brooklyn and Queens, also in the Bronx, are developing like monster buildings like this. So little by little, you know, the neighborhood starts changing. I wonder if this building is going to be part of the Housing Connect. That's pretty much standard. And they got over here McCombs Road ahead of me, and then it goes up the hill that I'm going to show you guys in a bit. What I do love is like this unique type of architecture. And then the street light literally merges all the way in the back over here. So you could do a perfect cardio. Because the Bronx has like a lot of hills, you know, for those who are wondering. Does New York City has hills? So you could come to uptown, by Manhattan, or in the Bronx, and then you get a view like this. Which I think is pretty cool. Well, let's make it over here to McCombs Road. And this will take me to University Avenue, which I think is the main avenue in this area in the Bronx. And it goes all the way by Fordham. Because they got Fordham University, you know, and there's a neighborhood also that's called University Heights, which is literally like right next to this one. But as you can see, it's just residential. Apartments literally all over you go. I haven't seen the Main Street yet, but I think that's gonna be by University Avenue. Also by the subway line. I think there's an area where they got also like another Main Street. And let me see what happens if I look at some of the roads over here. Yep, it's just apartments, apartment complex. So I guess a lot of people live in this neighborhood. Keep in mind that the Bronx is really huge. You know, it doesn't have really like a good reputation, but To be honest, like any other place, yes, it's good and bad. But the good thing about the Bronx is that the people look out for each other, so you feel like that real authentic New York and that community vibe over here. So don't be afraid to venture out in the Bronx. There's a lot to see around here. And I want to explore more of this borough. So here they got, you know, a couple of stores like Dollar Deal, beauty salon, laundromat. And then they got a local park over here. But it's empty because today is cold. It's not brutally cold, but it's still cold. Over here, we're making it towards University Avenue. And over here, there's more action going on. You can see the buildings and then the shops, like in the first floors. And I like how they decorate this street over here. It looks pretty cool. But it's mostly residential over here. Then they got like this little plaza in the middle. Since I noticed there's more action on the other side, I'm gonna cross the street and check out what's happening over there. They got all the stores and stuff. So maybe I'll go over this way, then cross left and another left so I can walk the entire length of where the action is happening. So here you can see what's going on. Got some vendors over here selling empanadas. That's pretty cool. And ahead of me, there's like a food stand, but it got me inside, so I don't think I can cover it. Got a couple of shops around here, you know. Not too busy like other neighborhoods in the Bronx. Then we got a lady here that sells fruits, vegetables. I always respect the people that are out there, you know, doing honest living, you know. Then we got like a restaurant over here. It's mostly Hispanic. What I noticed about this neighborhood is mostly, I think, Dominican, all of that. But yeah, a little bit of everything you get. Then there's a laundromat ahead of me. Then they got more happening over here. Then they got a couple of barber shops, beauty salon. I think in the summertime it's probably even busier if you come over here. Then they got like a dollar store called the Matt Steels, I think. But so far, the neighborhood feels, you know, pretty good. It feels like much more chiller than other neighborhoods around the Bronx. But yeah, look at this one over here. I can tell you, you don't really need like a big chain of supermarket in New York because they got it all. So they got like little mini markets, you know, in every type of neighborhood that you walk around in New York. And then if you merge into some of the regular streets over here that I'm gonna show you, what you get is mostly apartment complex and it goes up the hill. So I'm supposed to walk that way towards West Tremont, but I'm gonna go over here because I see a building that captured my attention in terms of street art. Might not be anything crazy, but I think it's pretty interesting to look at. So I want to show you guys in a bit. Here it seems like we got like a park that's abandoned. I mean, the decoration is pretty nice. They could use some renovations to open it up. I don't know, maybe in the summertime they'll open it. But this is the building that I wanted to show you. I know it's not the best looking street art, but it still looks pretty interesting. You know, it caught my attention when I was trying to go the other way. And it is just surrounded mostly by, you know, apartment complex and buildings. So pretty much, you know, residential area. Now let's make it to the other side towards West Tremont. Make it back to University Avenue to go to the other side to see what else can I find. And then I'm gonna make my way back to this area because it's still like literally half of the neighborhood. Even though it's not really that big, but I think there's gonna be some pretty interesting, and I'm probably gonna go to a main location that I'm gonna show you guys in a bit, why it's the main reason that I came to this neighborhood. And then as you can see, we're surrounded by a lot of buildings, you know, apartments. So what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stories tall. So even over here, you can see how they're developing more buildings. There's another new one over there. So I guess they tore down the old buildings and they pop up, but it's happening all over the Bronx because I got a lot of friends that live in the Bronx. To be specifically, they live in the South Bronx, and I see them posting in the social media every time how they be developing, you know, new buildings. Could be good, it could be bad, you know. I guess it's kind of part of gentrification. Tell you, I think one negative side that I'm noticing in this neighborhood is a lot of dog droppings. Like, pretty different from other neighbors, especially, you know, when you have a dog and you take the dog out to walk, you're supposed to pick up the droppings, but I'm not seeing it around here in this neighborhood. So I literally, not only I'm blocking around here, but I gotta watch my steps so I don't step on the dropping. It's happened to me like a couple of times. But yeah, that's something that's pretty interesting. I want to show you a building that's right to my left, but I gotta cross the street first. Then we got this beautiful building here. It looks literally like a university. The architecture is nice. Going down here the hill. West Tremont is right here, and it would take me right to University Avenue. So I know the street's gonna merge like into a curve and take me all the way back down. We are back again in the other side of University Avenue. You can see the apartment complex. Then they even have a bike lane over here, so it must be a cool area to bike, and I see a local park. So I'm gonna make it down to Burnside Avenue to see what's happening over there. It's like a little main street, and there might be a little bit of action happening, and then I'm gonna turn back and make it to the other side of Morris Heights to see what's going on. I think it's gonna be even more interesting when I go towards this area over here. You know, probably more cool things to see. So here we got Burnside Avenue. This is actually West Burnside. And then ahead, it turns more into East Burnside. And over here it gets a little bit busier. You can see the shops and the stores going on. So this is kind of the borderline of University Heights with Morris Heights. So literally, right across the street is University Heights. And then this side over here that I'm standing is Morris Heights. So I just want to see the hill that goes down. But then I'm gonna merge back because I see some pretty nice looking buildings ahead, and then I'm gonna make it towards Sedgwick Avenue, where they got a building that's believed to be the birthplace of hip hop, which is my favorite type of music. I grew up listening old school hip hop, and an honor for me to be here to check out the building for the first time. So there wasn't pretty much anything interesting for me to look down that way. So I'm just gonna merge back and go towards West Burnside. Because over there I see some more interesting things looking like. This is actually University Heights this side, but then we are making it back towards Morris Heights. So I don't know if I can show you what's going on over here. You start seeing how they got this old apartment complex buildings that look pretty cool, and a couple of shops around here. But like I said, I really love about this neighborhood is how wide the sidewalks are, you know. Super wide, so you got plenty of space, you know, to walk around. But now ahead we're gonna merge to the right, and I want to show you the architecture. Then I'll probably merge it to some of the regular streets to see what can I find and walk all the way to the other side towards Sedgwick Avenue. This is what I'm talking about. Might not be a lot for you guys, but I'm a fan of architecture in this building. They look, you know, pretty cool. I like it so far. And then it's crazy how the streets, they go up, they go down, you know, a lot of hills over here, and they do like curves. So like I said, they're pretty different from the ones in Manhattan. Like Manhattan is pretty much parallel, but over here, it's, they got all types of streets. I'll do one more block because the building ahead of me looks even nicer. So I feel like this side of Morris Heights is actually nicer than where I started my video by the 4 train line. Like this is more organized over here. Even here it says apartment for rent. Not sure how's the price range looking over here. And one thing I noticed, I see a lot of police patrolling the neighborhood. But yeah, I think I'm gonna block ahead. I'm gonna merge to my left and make it to the other side of the neighborhood. So I made it towards this regular street, and I like it a lot so far. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the neighborhood of Marlboro Hill. Marlboro Hill is the northernmost neighborhood in Manhattan, which I covered a video over there. But I'm gonna show you what's happening ahead of me. So you got some nice looking houses going up the hill. Here I am doing some cardio. And to my right, you can see houses that even have their own parking lot. Give you a 360 view of what's going on over here. But this is really cool. But so far, what I gotta say, my observation about this neighborhood is most of the people that I see around here, that live around here, they're working class people. They work, you know, go to work, come here, live, and they don't mess with anybody. So, you know, I love it so far. Like I said, it's a really different type of neighborhood. First time here, but so far, I love this neighborhood. It's pretty cool. And I gotta tell you, in New York City, you don't need a gym. And it seems like in the Bronx is the biggest proof. Literally, I was going up that hill and I was running out of breath. But yeah, I think ahead of me, I should make it right, because that's like the ending of the road. But so far, we got some cute looking houses. Then we got this one. This apartments, it kind of resemble a little bit of some of the apartments in Astoria, Queens. And this is again West Tremont. So we're gonna make it right and try to merge it all the way to make it towards Sedgwick Avenue. So this is actually insanity, because I was going up the hill, now I'm going deep down the hill. Let me show you. Woo! Goes all the way down, you see the high-rise buildings. And then we got more. I think that might be Manhattan on the other side, because there's a river over there. And that's Sedgwick Avenue that merges over there. So over here, it seems like I enter another world, like despite me going down the hill. Over here, it's like mostly high-rise buildings. But I've seen these buildings from the other side. Keep in mind, also this neighborhood We got a Metro North, not only the 4 train, so you could take the Metro North that would take you pretty quick to Grand Central. I got you see the station right there. But then over here we got, you know, houses. We got this huge, gigantic building over here. I'm gonna see if I can merge over this way and go that way. So just look, we're in a hill and look how this houses or apartments are climb up in a hill like this for parking. So I'm gonna walk it towards the end so I can make it towards the other side, because that's where I want to show you the building that I came, you know, because I want to show you the building where hip hop was created. But yeah, they got some pretty interesting looking houses over here. I tell you, the Bronx is pretty authentic, and it has like so many undiscovered parts, you know. So I say, you know, New York never ceases to amaze me. The building that I came here to check out is 1520 Sedgwick Avenue. And it happened that it was created in August 11, 1973, when there was a DJ, had a community room, and I guess he had like something for the community that lived around there and made music and stuff, and it's believed that hip hop came out of that building. So I'm really excited to check out the building and show you guys. The street right here is pretty interesting. I can walk around here, you can see how they got some tall apartment complex. Also, you know you're in the Bronx when you see the stairs that connect you to other neighborhoods. And there's a lot of buildings, and something tells me by Sedgwick Avenue there's gonna be a lot of high-rise buildings. I know there should be a way, like a little road that connects me where I wanna go. So I can show you what's happening. So I made it here to Sedgwick Avenue, and the building should be like ahead of me. And then one cool thing I want to show you is all the bridges over here. You got this, and when you see those buildings, that's actually Washington Heights, Manhattan. So the Sedgwick High Bridge should be around here. And the High Bridge, there's a neighborhood in the Bronx, but there's also a bridge called High Bridge that connects you the Heights with the Bronx, and it's actually the oldest bridge in New York City. But I'm gonna figure where is the building. I think it's either one of these buildings ahead of me. So let me check it out. So here it is, guys. This is the building that hip hop was created. You can see right there, Sedgwick Avenue, and then the bottom it says Hip Hop Boulevard where the sign is. So yeah, goosebumps to be right here. So yeah, guys, that was the building right there. And yes, just for your information, people live in that building. You know, because it's not like a museum or anything. It's actually a residential building. But yeah, that's what the building looks like. So, you know, that was the main reason why I came to cover this neighborhood, to see what the neighborhood has to offer and to check out that building. So for the first time, I was able to see it, and happy to see it. So now we're gonna walk more towards where the Metro North is to see what can we find. Because I know there's like another park over there that's called Roberto Clemente. And I'm from Puerto Rico, you know, Roberto Clemente is an icon of PR. So I don't know if there's a way I can walk around the park, but just want to check out at least the entrance to see what's happening, and then we're gonna wrap up the video. And it's crazy because this high-rise building that you see over here, it looks pretty similar to the one in Manhattan by 20-something Street, I believe. Right by the FDR highway, like it's literally close to the water. And this one has kind of like some similar vibes too. Like there's like a highway that passes underneath and it's separated. So I'm not sure if it's like the same owner, the same architect. But yeah, got that. Then Manhattan is over the other side, especially Washington Heights. And then the avenue over here has some pretty nice looking apartment complex, from old, small to really high-rise buildings, you know. And like I say, the thing is that Metro North is right there. So I noticed that where there's a train station, they always try to build like high-rise buildings and develop the area. This is a nice looking building right here with the triangles in the ceiling. And then you see the crazy traffic jam of the highway. I'm not sure that's the one that takes you to 87, or I think I might have drove by this highway a few times. I made it to this bridge that's called Roberto Clemente Bridge, or State Park Bridge, and I'm crossing like a pretty busy highway, so I see something ahead of me, and it must be the park. So my first time over here, and I knew about this park, but I never had a chance to explore it, so now I'm ready to go see what the park is about. So I made it here to the park, right next to River Park Towers, and I guess because it's winter, you don't see really much people. But yeah, we're gonna go explore it. I think I've seen this in a couple of videos, so I'm gonna make it ahead to see what's happening. But this is what you get, like something pretty private, you know, and it looks pretty nice. So let me just go down the stairs. They're a little bit steep. Oh wow, they even got like a, it's kind of like waterfront. Super local area. Wow, it keeps going all the way over that way. That's pretty cool. And we're surrounded by the water over here. I tell you, you would not think that we're somewhere around New York when you see the nature like this. So here we got this waterfront over here and pretty peaceful. And the park is over there and they got some recreational activities. I also noticed they have like a pool, I think, but it's not in function right now, obviously, you know, because it's cold outside. But I will have to return to this neighborhood in the summertime, and I think my best option is to take the Metro North, because it's right here. For the 4 train, it'll be a little bit long walk. But look, there's even more happening around here, so let's see what else can we find. Then it just keeps going. They even have an indoor basketball court over there, which is pretty cool. And there was some young people playing. But yeah, this is pretty bigger than what I thought. Like I said, it's pretty quiet now, but you got some benches, you got like chairs that you can sit around. So I know in the summer, this must be the spot to hang out. Then we got more. I gotta check this area over here because I see a statue. I'm gonna assume it's a baseball player. It was a Metro North. There's more over that way. Let me check out this plaza. I think this is gonna be interesting. So we got the plaza, and they even have like a mural over here with some street art, so yeah. And the best of all is that I got the whole place to myself. So this is the statue of Roberto Clemente from 1934 to 1972. He passed away when he was going to Nicaragua to help out the people, and that's him right there. He used to play with the Pirates of Pittsburgh. So this is pretty interesting, you know. And then with the whole local park over here. Yeah, this is awesome. They even have a little map of the park. It's big. Also, they got baseball. They have like indoor stuff, restrooms. And this is it over here. So this is pretty cool. We got tons of chairs right here. Wow. Plenty of space to hang out, have a picnic, or go to the park. If you keep going, that's where the parks are. There's a basketball court right here. And I think the baseball park should be ahead of me. So as small as the neighborhood looks like in the map, it's actually a pretty big neighborhood. Much better if you do it by bike, and I see a lot of young kids here playing basketball. And then they got a playground over here, which is really cool. So yeah, this neighborhood is pretty interesting. So here we got one of the baseball fields. Of course, you know, for Roberto Clemente. So I guess we got a baseball field here. It's been a minute since I've been in a baseball park. When I grew up in Puerto Rico, from time to time I would play a little bit of baseball. Then there's other fields over there. So I think it's like 3 fields or more, and I see a couple of people playing. Then you see the Metro North passing by in the neighborhood over here. Then we got a main field over here, and then you got the benches, I guess, where the parents or people can sit down and watch a game. So yeah, this is really cool. So far, Morris Heights is being pretty interesting, you know. I enjoy my time exploring this neighborhood, and tell you, the Bronx is awesome, you know. The Bronx never ceases to amaze me, and it's full of surprises, but I think the grand finale was this park over here, Roberto Clemente Park, with the waterfront right there, and pretty peaceful. So that was the end of my video exploring Morris Heights here in the Bronx. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. Be safe out there, everybody. God bless y'all, and peace.